This is a response to one of my followers on Facebook asking, Simi, what do you think about the Alabuga scam that has been happening and trending? I haven't done a thorough research of the facts, but I have looked at the story and I am yet to research more and find out how all this started and who is behind this and exactly why they are doing this to African women specifically. But for now, I do have something to say. Hello there, welcome to my channel. I am Simi Sotashe, your chummy that is always bringing it hot on a daily. Firstly, those of you guys who don't know what is going on here, I will try and summarize it for you. So this Alabuga scam allegedly traffics young girls, particularly ages from 18 to 22, to Russia to make them do all sorts of things that we can only imagine. So what this company did is they reached out to South African influencers. These influencers were supposed to advertise this as some sort of saving grace opportunity for 18 to 22-year-old women, particularly women, not men. So they said they want them because they are disadvantaged and all that nonsense, okay? So this is what I want to say at this point right now. First and foremost, in this world, just in general, this world is so cruel to women. Women are degraded every day. We fight tooth and nail for the barest of the minimum as women, and now you want to tell me there's an opportunity just for us? You're telling me that you are recruiting people to learn to build drones or whatever it is that they are doing or they are being taught to do. They say that they are going to be taught the skills that will help them. They're going to be paid well. Accommodation is there. Everything is covered. Everything is perfect. Like that, like all you do is just pack your bags and get on that flight. And you mean to tell me that you gatekeep this opportunity for men? You mean to tell me we don't have to kick and scream as women to get into this program? It's just for us. For me, that is red flag number one. Normally, things like these are saved for men and we just get the crumbs. We don't get it handed to us in a silver platter. That's the first thing I would have noticed. But then I understand at the same time you are targeting vulnerable people. So that being said, the age group would have been the second red flag for me, because why only 18 to 22? I mean, the employability rate in South Africa or the age range in South Africa for entry-level jobs is up to 35 years old. If you're talking about an 18-year-old, you're talking about a child that just finished grade 12. Like, why don't you want 30-year-olds? Or maybe 30-year-olds will critically evaluate the situation and see that no man, something is dodgy here. So the age really suspicious. Red flag number whatever. So allegedly these influencers were paid about 150k. So let's say they were paid 150k, right? And let's presume also that there were 10 of them, but we know that there were more because it's not just in South Africa. But let's look at South Africa and let's work with 10 influencers. 10 influencers, that is 1.5 million rands that was paid to these influencers to advertise this program. And this point, we are really learning that they were paid to sell our fellow sisters. These influencers were not only paid, but they were flown to Russia to go see for themselves. And I'm sure everything was nicely staged. And yeah, I'm going to talk about that a little bit later, but there were booked flights, they were there, all the expenses were covered by the company. You mean to tell me that a company that can do all this, spend so much money, cannot contact ENCA or any accredited news source in South Africa and say, hey, we have this cool program for South African women that is going to create employment and this is how it works? Can you please broadcast it, So they didn't go to any accredited news outlet. They chose you, the influencer, to advertise on social media. And you saw nothing wrong with it. I actually had one of the influencers saying that they went and researched it on TikTok. Oh my God, why would you trust TikTok? We've got Google. A part of me, yes, I feel sorry for them because they also fell victim. But I cannot entirely feel sorry because there's girls that are trapped somewhere because of them. And they are here, safe and sound. They enjoyed the money. We don't even care if they didn't receive the money, but you did put out the video and someone saw it and trusted you and went to Russia because of you. And the only thing you can give us is an apology. Guys, honestly, this era of influencers and influencing should be a reminder to us about why broadcast and advertising laws have always been so strict in media. They were protecting the public from unverified and false information. And some of these influencers had their suspicions, but I guess maybe the money was too good. Well, now it's time to take responsibility. In my personal opinion, they should account for something. They can't just come here and apologize and that's it. It's either we ban their accounts, TikTok, Facebook and YouTube they've got the power to ban their accounts because they are irresponsible, and they must go to jail, please. Also, let's talk about this opportunity. This looks like an intellectual type of a gig, It's not like an au pair or nanny jobs or even teaching jobs. Like if you say, what does your cousin do? You'll be proud to say, oh, my cousin works for that company that builds drones in Russia. No, it sounds sophisticated. Doesn't that sound fancy to you and intellectual to you? Wouldn't you then go to an influencer who then does maybe intellectual content, who is going to turn the internet upside down to find more information? So the way I see it, they carefully chose influencers that they know won't do any due diligence, who will just be enticed by the money and take the trip to Russia. I saw some of the influencers trying to explain that, no, we thought that it was legit because when we were there, it looked like a legit thing. Of course, it's going to be legit because you are now an accessory to crime. You were not the one that they were trying to traffic. They were obviously going to make it look legit for you to come and report back, Even worse, they chose Black women mostly to spread the sham of a lie. One Google search would have saved us a lot of drama and missing kids, because I just searched now and the internet really doesn't lie and it keeps all the information there. If I wanted to apply to this program, I would have thought twice and really abandoned the application because I was going to be like, no man, this is quite sketchy. That is me now as a 30-plus-year-old. That's why they don't want people like me. Tell me now, a desperate 20-year-old, 18-year-old who is following the likes of Cyan Bougie and trust her. She doesn't need to do much research because I said, go for it, That time, they don't know anything. What is said about this whole situation is that it's desperate young women who are struggling to secure jobs that are now victims. They went there thinking they're about to get a big break of their lives, only to be trapped in something they never could have imagined in their worst nightmare. It is horrible, man. It is really, really horrible. And this is really a serious matter. And we must spread, news about it to warn other people as well, to express our views as well, and to be angry enough. I feel like South Africans are not angry enough. I even saw people commenting on this influencer's posts that, no, we forgive you because you're pretty. Like, what do you even mean? Yo, guys, Leave your comment below. What are your opinions? What should give? What do you think should happen? I don't see the government jumping on this like straight away. Well, if you like this video, like it, share it, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so that you get more videos like this. I will see you on the next one. Bye.